Alright, we're live. Hello everyone, welcome to the final race of the Tier 3 UFRL Great Britain Grand Prix. It's your commentator Black Panther speaking, or Lode Lope. Dan's already with the come on Cowley. It's gonna be a very tight finale, guys. I'm just gonna say this already. It's a double points for this finale too, and we have 5 contenders for the title of Tier 3. 5 contenders. Yeah, that's right. Let me just adjust my seat a little bit. Hope everyone has been doing well. We'll get to the points in a bit to explain, to see what's been going on in the last few races, since I missed a few. So I saw that there was 1 point in between P1 and P2, so those two are gonna be super close by, but don't rule out everyone else. Williams for the win, Bakey gonna bake, Warner is saying. Gonna have to wait and see, but yeah, let's go to the points now. So as you can see here, we have Dog in the lead though, but with 1 point difference between himself and Bakey. And then following up with 18 points behind is Cowley in the Red Bull driver in P3. But bear in mind, guys, and as you can see on the right side, you have the point system. But we have double points for the finale race. So that means that there's 70 points to grab if you win the race. So that means that 50 gent, in best case, and from P5, still can win. If Dog and Bakey, for example, fall out, and Cowley and Ivy have not really a good race either, 50 gent can still win this title. Isn't that insane? Like, it's gonna be crazy this race, I tell you. But yeah, in between then, Ivy with the 2 points. He's still also like a very good contender too for this race. I tell you, like, everything can happen in this race, and it's league racing, so it's gonna be Silverstone. I think it's gonna be more train following more than whatsoever. But if it's gonna rain, chaos is gonna unleash. But yeah, then as we go on in the standings, we have in P6 we got Shazam with 127. So there's a big gap between himself and P5. So in best case he can he will have a P6, but 3 points in between him and himself and Cinders in P7 then with 124 points, and right behind there is Bevan. I said I always I never know if I'm pronouncing it well or not. Then we got James Killer right behind, also still a good contender to gain up some spots for the kick team. And then rounding up the top 10, we got Rotty, then P11 Hybrid, Stone Cold, Casey Nater in P13, lucky number 13 of course, Ziggy in P14, and then 15 we got Wilco, P16 we got Widget, Batman P17, Matten? Yeah, Matten P18, Mr. Piggy in P19, and Louis in P20. But let's see who's gonna turn up, because we got 14 people turning up. Gonna quickly see the attendance. Yeah, 14 people turning up. So Ziggy clicked on the cross. Meanwhile, we've started already. So let's go to the race, shall we? Ooh, does it look wet out there? No, it's dry. It's cloudy, but it's dry. I don't know what the race is gonna be like, but yeah, let's put the telemetry out. Do we need this? Yeah, we do. Full track map, tires, fastest lap is on, and I don't think we need more than this, guys, do we? But yeah, the first car that will be setting a lap time is gonna be, I think seems like that's an Alpine car, right? Yeah, that's Ivy. So Ivy is warming up his tires right now to start the final qualifying session of this season. The final qualifying session of tier 3 on F1 24. And then on the next game we finally gonna hopefully have some more improvement of handling of everything. But here we go, Ivy starting up his lap time, using some overtake already, hitting the curb nicely, opening up... wait, no, there's no DRS on this straight, my bad. Shifting back to 7th to hit the curb nicely. Braking between 150 meters, shifting back to 3rd, hitting the apex very nicely, then trying to opening up the steering wheel as fast as possible to gain as much speed through the straight here, opening up the DRS, and this is going to be the first sector done. What's it going to be like for him to set the banker 27.7, now hitting late apex, trying to let the car roll down here and try to go as fast as possible back onto the throttle without spinning out that rear end of the beautiful blue, white and pink Alpine car. Now this should be a flat 2, shifting back to 7 to get more extra grip. Now going through maggots and baggets, also trying to gain as much speed as possible through these corners, because here you can win a lot of time or either can lose a lot of time. It's one of the two, but never in between. It's a 3.8 so far in the second sector, so it's looking very good so far, looking like a very stable lap time without any corrections made, but yeah, this is gonna be a really good banker from Ivy. Hitting now gotta be very careful on the power on the exit of this corner right here. But it seems to be all very stable so far. What's it gonna be? The first lap time is gonna be a 27.7 set by Ivy. Who's next? I think it's gonna be James Killer now following up, putting a lap time on. Is he gonna be quicker than Ivy or is he gonna be right behind him? Let's see what's it gonna be. I think it's gonna be slower so far. 29.0. Okay. So it seems like the time, if you compare it to James, was a really good time from Ivy. Cowley now with a 27.5, so he jumps above Ivy. Now what can Bevan do? Bevan goes second, just behind Cowley. Becky also P4 right now. Now let's follow with the championship leader so far. The man who is under pressure. From I think Cowley was in P2. Need to double check again. Got a bit of a fish memory right now, but yeah, through maggots and back it goes Dog. What is the Dog doing? Dog is putting up a flying lap. Let's see, his battery is already quite low. So battery usage has been quite effective so far during this lap, but now he gains some more. Trying to go back and overtake now. Trying to get as stable as possible exit here. Rotti also now in P4 in the Aston Martin with the 27.8. What can Dog do? 27.6, so he goes in P3, right behind his teammates. Now Mellon is on a flying lap too, and 50 Gent. What can 50 Gent do? 50 Gent is P9. Surely can do a lot better than that, because 1.5 seconds, no, 1.6 seconds behind Cowley, who got so far pole position. I don't think there's any qualifying bans for tonight. Purple first sector of Mellon though. Very good, very nice in the Racing Bull. Visa Cash App Racing Bull F1 team. I don't know what the full name is, but yeah. Let's see here. I think the sun is also like coming through a little bit, like the clouds are disappearing more. We have a yellow flag in sector 2. I think that's a Mercedes car from Dog, who ran out of fuel, so he has to be careful because there's a car right behind him on a flying lap, I think. But he goes nicely out of the way, as you can see on the minimap. But in the meantime though, Mellon, who's been hitting the curves very nicely, let's see here what he can do in the final three corners. Goes a little bit wide though, but without invalidating, but lost some time there. So 29 flat, so it brings him into P8, just above James Killer. Now let's follow with his teammates. Shazam. Ivy now with the 27.4. Goes quicker. Jumps Cowley once again. And is, I think, 300 clear. Yeah, 300 clear from UFRL Cowley. What can Shazam do though? It's not a purple second sector, but God knows what time it will be. So yellow flag is sector 1. That's the teammate of Shazam, Melon, who ran out of fuel. Let's see what can Shazam do. Widget and Batman still have a bit of lap time on, but a little bit of an unstable exit right there from Shazam. 28-8. I think there was more time to find Batman retire, so it seems like he maybe had a quali ban then, I think. Or at least I would think so. Since he's still in the pit, never came out. And as you can see here, the car without fuel. Who here is on a lap time? No, James. Bakey. Are you on a lap time? Battery seems quite low, so I don't think he is. Mercedes 3-peat. Is Tunnel Vision saying? You never know. What's Mercedes cooking tonight? In the British Grand Prix. Very possible. Come on, lads. Reminder, it's double points, so even if the guy in pole position scores point, that can mean so much for this championship. Also now I think James Killer ran out of fuel. Yeah, ran out of fuel. Shazam also, I think everyone is just going back to the pit. Cowley is warming up his tires, so Mercedes pulled this off. The 3-peat is not being beaten. Constructors still within touch. We need perfect storm here. Good reminder there, the constructor's title is not secured yet. So these are the points that are gathered by Tier 1, Tier 2 and Tier 3, all combined. All the teams combined. And today can make the difference to win that title. Oh, hold on. Not sure what's going on. But here we go. Cowley now starting up his lap time. Using some hot lap. Trying to stay in the middle to stay away from the bumps as much as possible. Not hitting the apex quite as much as I would think he would should do. But the exit now of turn 3 and turn 4 seems to be very good. Now opening up the steering wheel. Gaining as much power as possible. Is he gonna improve on his first sector? Tunnel Vision saying Williams has been spectacular, but that 20% they taken off at the end might hurt. In the end, big up to them to driver championship, a chance for 3. Very true. They took too much point, but now they will have to. I think there is a point deduction of 20%, then I think. But yeah, let's follow it back again with Cowley. Let's not get distracted. Let's see what can he do through maggots and baggots. Seems to be very stable. Just slightly missing the curb right there on the exit, but he's 110 down. He's getting a little bit of slipstream right there from the Alpine car. Was very close between them. But let's see, what can Cowley do? Can Cowley jump over Ivy, or does he have to wait for another lap? It's gonna be in the final, or will he take the pole position away? Let's see, what can he do? It's gonna be 27.6. Didn't improve on his lap time, so stays in P2. What can Dog do though? Dog is 2 tenths up, so this could mean that he jumps over Bevan, over Cowley and over Ivy. Already down on his battery though. Through the final couple of corners, let's see what can he do. Can Dog secure pole position? Can he take it away? 27.4. He goes over all of them. 300s clear of Ivy. So Dog, the championship leader, shows why he is in the lead. Always being there on top. Always being consistent. And into P1 so far goes Dog. Let's see now with Mr. Piggy, who's on a flying lap. Let's see if he doesn't get blocked by the racing. No, it's a Red Bull car. It's Cowley. I don't know if they're helping each other a little bit right there, but It's a huge slipstream that Mr. Piggy can get there, but almost loses the car right there. Yellow flag in sector 2, I think that's a Mercedes car of Dog, who ran out of fuel. Well, let's see what can Mr. Piggy do. It's 27.9. He improves his lap time but stays in P7. James Killer invalidated. Let's see. Rotti is now on a flying lap. Let's follow with Rotti. Rotti is now 1/10 up already on his first sector. So that could mean that he's in the condition. Ivy now, 27.6. That's 8/10 clear of Dog. Where did that came from? The Alpine car turning up the Renault engine, getting that French engine working as hard as possible to get that pole position, that one extra point that could bring him closer to that championship title. Let's see here now, Rotti. Half a 10th up again on his second sector lap. Can he improve and can he maybe get into the top 5, putting Bakey more down? Bakey definitely needs to improve if he wants to have a chance on the title as well. Let's see what Rotti do. Seems like it's a very stable act. We have Melon now, DNFing, 29 flat. Oh, just a second, guys. Alright, we're back. Sorry guys. As we're now following with Bevan, who is putting his flying lap right now in the Mercedes car. We have the final 2 minutes of the season from qualifying. Who's gonna take pole? Who's gonna take that one extra point? Let's see. Seems to be like it's a very good exit right there from Maggots and Baggots. He's 200s down on his flying lap, so can he maybe find some time in the final sector? Let's see, seems like it's a very good exit though. After this we go straight to Dog, because Dog is also now on his flying lap going through the second sector, but let's see what can Bevan do. It's gonna be 27.5. No, 27.6, so it doesn't improve on his lap time. But now, let's see. Dog, 800 quicker now, but I don't think that's gonna be enough. No, he needs 8 tenths at least. 8 tenths is what he needs on Ivy. 2 tenths he's up now, so maybe there is a chance. Ivy, who is still in the pit, so Ivy's not gonna come out anymore. He's set his lap time, so that's the time to beat. That's the time who is at the moment on pole position, who's gonna start on the front row. What can Dog do? Not enough. No. 2 tenths up, but it's not enough. But can he stay in front of Cowley and Bakey? Let's follow it with Bakey Gaming right now. Into the final sector he goes. He's 1/10 up, so he might be in contention to get back into the top 3 maybe, if he can improve on the final sector right now. But yeah, Ivy so far in pole position, and it's looking like he might gonna keep it, unless Cowley or someone else has a chance into it. Let's see what can Bakey do. Bakey sets 27.7, so he stays in P6. Now let's see with Cowley. Cowley is up on his time though. Can Cowley beat Dog and Ivy, or one of the two at least? I think it's looking very good so far for Ivy to take that 1 extra point. James Gillen now gonna come over the line. Doesn't improve. The Racing Bull comes over the line. Doesn't improve. Cowley comes over the line. Does improve, but just not enough to go over someone else. And what can Widget do? It's 7 tenths down. Is he gonna finish his lap? No, he's not. So this is the final grid, guys. Ivy taking pole position, taking the 1 extra point away, 1 point closer to P1. This has to come from a mile though, like something has to happen between the drivers, but yeah. It's a good advantage that he takes, and Dog in a very good position as well for the race. It was a smooth operator. That's a good sound alert right there. But yeah, let's go to the grid now. Oh, the grid disappeared. James in P8. But what a qualifying lap from Ivy. 6 tenths clear of... Oh, 5 tenths and a half clear of everyone else. He takes on his homeland pole position from the team, from Alpine. Then in P2 we got Dog, then Cowley, Pavin P4. Then we got Rotti in P5, Bakey Gaming P6, Mr. Picky P7, James P8, Mr. Widget in P9, Shazam P10. Then we got 50 Chance, Melon and Batman not setting a lap time. And now I'm curious, guys, is it gonna rain? Are we gonna see some rain in the final race? I'm gonna have to wait and see. No rain is Gig saying. Seems cloudy though, but yeah. Since we have to wait, let's go back to the standings. So, as you can see now, Ivy, who got now 223 points, so that's secure. He's now 1 point closer to Dog, but you'll have to come from a mile away. As you can see, the main gap here is between Dog and Bakey Gaming. 1 point is only between them. Then Cowley is, what is it? 18 points in between himself and Dog. So that means that he needs at least first or second, I think. And Dog needs to be like outside. I think he needs like P7 or so. So if he gains, let's do the math for Cowley. If he gets P1, that's 70 points. If Dog gets P4, he needs to be P4 then at least. So I think if Dog wants to well, if Cowley wants to win the championship, he needs both Bakey Gaming and Dog to finish P4 and P5. I think that's the matter right there. If they finish both into the top 3, Cowley can't win. That's how I see it. For Dog and Bakey, well, they're just gonna finish in front of each other. That's it. Nothing more. And for Ivy, since there's a, well, he definitely needs to win. Because with 60, wait, no, with 60 points, he still can win too. But since only 14 people are turning up, I think Dog and Bakey just need to finish a race. So let's keep that in mind. Let's see, we start at 32, so we got now 4 minutes to figure all the points out right now. So Ivy needs to win. Wait, I think can he still do it from third place? It's 54 points. 54 plus 223. That's oh my god, the math is not matching. Calculator, what is it? I need my calculator with me. So we got 223 points. Oh shit. Sorry guys. DAG is P10 and P10 and 14. Now in FRLT, that's also very good from them. Can do better though, I'm sure. But let's give them their support as well. Okay, so 223 plus 54, that's like 270. So he can still do it mathematically from P3. I think P4 is going to be a bit optimistic. No, P4 is not. He's not going to be able to pull it off from P4. So he definitely needs to finish within the top 4 to gain the title. And he needs Dog and Bakey to fall out. And also I think Cowley, because the point difference is also very big. So, and then for 50 Gent, I think, yeah, he definitely needs to win. Or second place. So 50 Gent and Ivy both need top 4 and top 2. My god. So much math. But yeah, we got 3 minutes now left over. 2 minutes left over before we go racing. Shall we go back to the race? Let's see. But Bakey Gaming now is in P6 starting, so definitely not ideal if he wants to win the championship, and Dog in P2. But anything can happen so far. Anything can happen. Also not ideal for 50 Gent if he wants to win the title from a P5. It's gonna be miracle work or either a very good strategy from the drivers right here. Let me know, guys, who's gonna win the title. Who is your bet on? Is it gonna be Dog? I have 0 chance. I'm just here for points for Haas. 50 Gent. I'm gonna tell you something. As long as the race has not been driven yet, there's always a chance. Surely in your condition, I mean, you have to win. And Ivy, oh no wait, Cowley, Dog, and Bakey need to have a really bad race, but there's always a chance. But yeah, no pressure. I tell you, like, best thing to do right now is for all the drivers, just in general, go in with no expectations and just make the most out of it because it's the last race of the season. Try to enjoy it. I ain't won a race all season, mate. Well, this could be a good reason to win today then. I wish you the best of luck. All the best of luck to all the drivers. I hope everything stays clean so that the stewards have nothing to do. And yeah, may the best driver win. Whoever is gonna win this, it's very much deserved. I tell you, this season has been insane to follow on here. I know I haven't been watching some of the races, but the races that I've been watching were chaotic and very entertainment. 50 Gent for the win. Top 3 are going to crash each other out up the Haas. Yeah, let's see. It's 32, so all drivers are getting ready right now. We're gonna start the final race of Tier 3 on F124. And then next up, of course, guys, don't forget this Friday we have a 100% race going on. So make sure to tune in for that, because it's gonna be, I think, the last race on UFRL on this game. Then we can finally delete it. And then it's, I think, two weeks to wait for the new game. But yeah, here we go. 5 red lights for the final race. Slides out and away we go. Seems like it's a very good start from Ivy, who will have the benefit into turn 1. No spun so far going on, but that's very good talk. Now into P2, then P3 we have now Bevan going down the inside of Cowley. And they're still going side by side right here to go for the P3. Bevan goes into P3, Cowley losing out. Now Rotti going around the outside, goes a little bit wide though, but can't make the move stick on Cowley. And we have a fight going on as well for Batman. Batman now, who started up from behind, having to back out a little bit right there on Shazam. Melon trying to go, sending it around Widget's Ferrari car right there and makes the move stick. But yeah, into P1 right here is Ivy. Then we got Dog, then Bevan, Cowley, Rotti, then Bakey Gaming still in P6. Race is long, guys, so keep that in mind. We have here almost side by side going on here right there between Widget and Shazam, but Shazam having to back out now. Batman looking down the inside, but is not close enough just yet to make a move right there. Could be a good exit though for Mr. Piggy, but not using any batteries, just showing is no showing. He's there. And 50 Gent into last place, but yeah, it's the first lap done with the Alpine car still into the lead and everyone within 1 second. So there's still DRS that can be used by everyone. Although Rotti has to be very careful because that gap is very big, and also for Bevan, he's having to defend from Cowley. 50 Gent making 2 moves right there. Is that a double overtake? Some contact in between the drivers of 50 Gent and Mr. Piggy. Let's go back to the front. Let's go to Doc. Doc is still within. Super close by. Now, Cowley now going to send it down the inside. They make contact. Cowley and Bevan making contact right there. Cowley now trying to send it around the outside. It goes still side by side going on between the Mercedes driver and Cowley. Is it's going to be a repeat like Verstappen and Hamilton? Bevan is more up in front, so there's not going to be contact into the fast right-hander right here. But now, Bakey Gaming, looking on the inside, is going to try to go for a brave move right there, but that's not going to work out very well for him. Stays behind so far on Rotti, but he has to make sure he makes that move stick, because if Rotti loses out, Cowley also switches back again with Bevan. And now 50 Gent and Mr. Piggy almost making contact right there. They're still going side by side into the final couple of corners. Is he going to try to hold it around the outside? No, he's not. Dog now with the fastest lap, so he's at the moment going quicker than Ivy. And look how close it is between each other. And the gap is 1.7, so they are clear out. They can work together now to try and stay away from everyone else. And that's a very positive start so far for Dog, who can now, who has like a step ahead on everyone else to win this championship. All he gotta do is keeping it clean and making sure he gets no penalties, because penalties now can be very punishable. Let's follow also like right behind. The battles are like still going on. Everyone is close by. Looks like Mr. Piggy is gonna try to send it around the inside, but thinks better of it, has to back out. Which could be very beneficial for 50 Gent, but let's go back to the leaders here. Because Doc He's using some overtake and he's gonna make the first change for the lead. Down the inside goes Doc and into the lead goes a Mercedes driver. So he's now up ahead on Ivy. Mr. Piggy also making the move on Batman. Also almost contact between Ivy and Doc, who misses that breaking point a little bit. And then there's this train going on between Cowley and up until James Killer. Bevan almost back into the DRS of Cowley. Following with 50 Gent. Still in P12. He needs to make some moves if he wants to gain some extra points for the American team, the American dream. The dog trying to save some ERS, and Ivy has plenty of it. Plenty of it over. Has to be very careful though, because Cowley now is almost back within 1 second. So they'll have to make a move here. They'll have to speed up a little bit, because otherwise everyone else is... Look at this. Everyone else is almost back into 1 second. This DRS train, I tell you, like, it's very powerful here. James Killer right behind. We have the first 3-second time penalty already from Shazam, who's into the back of this whole pack of car. Now let's see here. We have a lead change going on between Doc and Ivy. Doc going back into P2, and right behind there is now Cowley, who gained up back again from the 1.7 gap between himself and the two leaders. Trying to have a good exit there. Is he gonna stick his nose right there? Thinks better of it. It's all about making smart moves here, and you don't want to take out anyone right there. Surely not in this phase of the season, because it's all or nothing right now. One screw up and it's all done. Let's go back to the leaders here, because everyone is now within the train. Look at this. Everyone's swerving. Ivy making the move, trying to defend his line, and everyone else is just following. But now you have a move here going on between Mr. Piggy and Widget. Widget going back to P10. So back up to the leaders now, because seems like they're very close on each other. Look at this, guys. Bevan almost getting a warning right there. But he has front row seats to the battle of the top 3. Unless he's gonna go for a move himself on Cowley, because he seems to be very close by. Using some overtake, same as Cowley. Don't think they're close enough. Bakey though now into the top 5, finally making that move on Roddy. Now trying to gain back again to that DRS group right there, where he needs to be if he wants to take a chance on Doc. Look at this, how close it is between each other. It's a Mercedes sandwich right there, with a Red Bull in between. And Ivy into the lead, trying to run away with it, but very easy said than done on this track. Let's see, are there gonna be any changes right here? Doc is going a bit defensive right here, trying to defend off from Cowley, but nothing changes here. 50 Gento swaps with Widget, and Widget drops to P12. So not the start that Widget was looking for, but race is long. We're already on lap 6, guys. Willie will be doing a live point update for Construct as the race finishes to make sure not to go anywhere. Roger that, Mr. P. To Maggots and Baggots right now we go. Taking a very quick sip right here. And let's see, can Cowley now go for a move on Doc? But it's very hard right now. And Doc now gaining up very quickly on Ivy, but stays into P2. He has a luxury position right now to use the DRS to defend off from Cowley and to stay within 1 second of Ivy. So if he can stay right there, he's gonna be in a very good position for the rest of the race. think the pit stop phase is going to be very important too, where people can do an undercut or an overcut. Very depending, and also be very mindful of the pit limiter here, because in Britain I know this is a very tough pit entry to do. Let's see here. Now with Batman, we have a lead change going on. Ivy and Doc now going side by side. Doc going a little bit wide though. Ivy able to defend, and Doc going for a very unexpected move right there. Is he not going? No, he's not gonna go for it. He was right behind Ivy, but thinking better of it, not trying to go for anything risky. Sorry, 50 Gent, let's go Doc. With the supporting for Doc right now, and Doc going a little bit wide right there. This is a very good chance now for Cowley. But Doc using any kind of battery that he has to defend off from Cowley and trying to look down the inside, but just not close enough. And Bakey Gaming also falling back a little bit right there compared to everyone else. So I think Bakey Gaming might have to look for a different strategy compared to the top 4 runners to get back into that group right there. Because everyone is now using DRS, so he needs to have the pace at least from from the lead from this group to get back again. James Killer also now made a move on Ratti, so he's now in P6. But let's see here. Nothing seems to be changing. See at the back right here to 50 Gent, Batman, and Mr. Piggy. Don't think anything is gonna change either here. Shazam though, finally caught up with Mr. Widget, the old teammates from each other. Back in the days at Ferrari. Let's put the tires on, by the way. Just realized I didn't put them on. Let's see here now. Batman and 50 Gent on mediums. Here we go, Doc now going for the lead. Lead change, and Ivy might lose out there. There's almost a spin right there from Collie. What a great catch that was. Jeezy peeps, man. What a catch. That was so close to having a DNF right there and a safety car procedure. Cowley who's trying to go for a move on Ivy. Ivy trying to defend up very late, and Cowley able just to get that car in the rail. We have a yellow flag though. Mellon, who retired on track. Yeah, I think he retired on the track. 3 pit stops going on. Ratti, Widget, and Shazam going in, but there's no safety car coming out. Car has been cleared, and that's it. Now Ivy looking very aggressively back again on Doc, with Bevan right behind the Alpine driver. So is he going to be able to help out his teammate, or is he going to go for his own luck right there? Hard tires for Widget and Shazam. Ratti going for a medium tire, so he's going for a huge undercut right there. But Ivy looking very aggressive right there on Doc. And Doc trying to save as much ERS as possible. Which is a good opportunity for Bakey to gain back some time again. Let's follow with Cowley, because now Ivy going back into the lead. Bevan not gonna go for a move and trying to defend it from Cowley, so the Mercedes team is working together as it's being set right now. So they're all now saving up ERS. As you can see, all the lights are flashing, and some tactical games right there from Doc and Bevan. It's allowed, so why not, you know? Batman in the meantime also right behind up Mr. Piggy on the medium tires. Those softer tires now gonna wear off, so 50 Gent and Batman will have some more advantage right now. Let's go back to the leaders in a bit. Is there gonna be any change? Doubt it, to be fair, but No changes just yet. Is there going to be any changes right here in this group? Not really. But this is the battle where we have our eyes on. I'm really sorry for the cars behind who might not have as much camera minutes as the top 4, but it's really important, this one, for the championship, and it's close as ever, as you can see. Top 4 all within 1 second of each other. Now we have Doug going back again for the lead. And Cowley lost some time right there. Now Bevan going also for a move on Ivy. So Ivy lost out 2 positions right there. And now Doug going into the pit. Cowley follows. Gotta be very careful now for the pit entry. No penalties taken, so that's very good. So far, no penalties taken. And now Bevan into the lead. I think it's a very good strategy right there from Dalcom to pit right now. Because otherwise he might have lost out to Rod. Let's see, where is Rotti though? Here is Rotti, and people are still now going out of the pit lane. I doubt Rotti will be close enough, but I don't know. No, don't think he's gonna be close enough. Just in 1 lap he won't be able to make up that gap, but here we go, on medium tires now. Dog comes out. Shazam and Widget now going side by side. Leaving enough space right there now. 50 Gent and Batman also going side by side. Let's go to this battle though, because I want to see this. 50 Gent now making up the move on Batman. That's moved on. Let's see it, Ivy, who probably will have to box this lap, same as Bevan, if they want to stay within the leaders. Doc, who has a 1.3 second gap between himself and Cowley. Ivy going into the lead right now, but I don't know for how long, because I think they might gonna pit right here. Yes, they are. Let's see, are they gonna take it safe within the pit entry? Bevan taking it very safely though. James Bakey Gaming also going into the pit lane now. James Killer going into the pit, and that's gonna be now the lead for Mr. Piggy. And into P2 goes 50 Gent. Right at 50 Gent needed, so if there's gonna be red flag right now, and it stays like this, I think, I don't know if he might have a chance to win if in these conditions, but at least he will gain a lot of points because it's double points. Dog coming out into the P1. Ivy and Cowley now going side by side, but Cowley just gets into P1. P2, sorry, not P2. And Bevan with a 2 second gap between himself and Ivy, which is not ideal, but Bevan lost out some time into that pit entry, I think. But let's follow here with the top 3 right now, because this is now for the lead that's been going on right now, but these are the people who still need to pit. Are they waiting for a safety car, or what is the plan of Mr. Piggy? Nothing to lose for these guys, but a bit of a bad exit right there from Batman. And now we have a lead change that might be going on. 50 Gent going down the inside, and Mr. Piggy going back down to P2. So from P11 to P1 goes 50 Gent, who leads this race right now. Now Ivy might be looking on the inside here of Cowley. They go side by side, they almost make contact. But Cowley left just enough space, and very clean racing so far from all the drivers. Except for that one moment between Ivy and Cowley, I don't know what that was, but Melon now left the session. He's having an early season exit right now. See the Batman now looking down the inside. Mr. Piggy, but Piggy can defend and stays within the top 2. DRS is helping him a lot so far from 50 Gent, but 50 Gent can try and run away with it. Even though the leaders are gaining again, the guys who are in the net lead. Mr. Piggy with a bit of a slow exit right there. Might cost him some DRS. Did I cost him DRS actually? Also here, Cowley looking very closely on Dog. My god, what's going on here, guys? Very close fighting, but it's looking very good for Dog to win that championship right now. Not gonna jinx anything because I know my jinxing power. It's very strong and very powerful. Can Cowley go for a move? No, he can't, but these three are close to each other right now. Ivy now looking down the inside of Cowley, looking for an unexpected move. Cowley going for a very late braking move right there. And makes some contact there with Dog. Dog almost losing the car right there. And Ivy now gonna try to benefit for it. He's gonna go for a double overtake. Through goes Ivy. As Crofty would say. Not just quite enough yet, but it's gonna be very close between the drivers, and Dog is able to defend from this, but gonna lose some important time. But this could help his teammate to gain back some time again. As you can see now, 3/10 already gained back again. Using no ERS whatsoever, so no changes here going on. And 50 Gent in the meantime got a 1.8 gap between himself and Mr. Piggy, who is an old soft tires. These tires are screaming to get off that Alpine car. Here we go. Now a move going on between Ivy and Dog. Ivy going for a P1. Well, not P1. And Cowley also making a move, so Dog backs out, thinks better of it. Racing very smart, not wanting to crash out this Mercedes car. No, almost sideways goes Cowley, so Cowley really getting everything out of that car as he can. And into the pit goes Mr. Piggy. Now in the inside is Dog now looking. Cowley goes very wide, and now Dog makes the move past on the Red Bull driver. So back into net P2 goes Dog. Still within 1 second of Ivy, but gap has been spread out a little bit. Fresh tires for Mr. Piggy. And Piggy Gaming, for some reason, not being able to get back into the group right there. So not sure what's going on with Bakey Gaming, but he's not having his day so far. Think he might need a safety car if he wants to have a chance on this race. But yeah, almost everyone now has pitted. Only 50 Gent and Batman who still have to pit, but 5 seconds in between Ivy and 50 Gent, so there's gonna be a safety car out right now. It could be very beneficial for 50 Gent and for Batman. Dog almost losing out here on DRS, but just enough to stay in between with the 1 second gap between himself and Ivy. But I don't know if he will have slipstream, because now look at the gap, 1.1. So that's not ideal. Ivy is trying to run away with it. Mr. P is saying let's go. FRLT update, Pesci P7, Deck P10. Still chance for higher. You want no widget now with a 3-second time penalty. So both Shazam and Widget with 3-second time penalties, but they are at the back. Mr. Piggy also in P10 right now after pitting so late, but he will have fresher tires, so he might be able to get back some positions again. Only lap 20 and it's raining right now for the UFRT. It's very good for the UFRT guys. Here we go now, Cowley going for a move. Since the DRS has been broken between himself and Ivy. Ivy is chasing down Batman, who is on 15 lap old medium tires. Gap between himself and 50 Gent is 7 seconds. Not sure when this happened, but 50 Gent now having some clear air and trying to gain some time. Soon gonna pit for those softer tires, I assume. Now these three are like very close to each other. Cowley, not gonna go for a move I think though, but it's good that he's back into the DRS. Now Doug gonna try to go for a move on Cowley, trying to keep it clean. Bevan making the move on Rotty. Now into the pit goes 50 Gent. So as it stands right now, Doc would win the championship because the gap between Doc and Ivy is way too big for these kind of positions. So yeah, that's not gonna change. But these type of fights, like it's been very feisty between Cowley and Doc, so anything can still happen here. Also now it's saying it's super close. Anybody could win under 8 seconds between P1 and P13. So that's very good. Now here we go for a lead change. Ivy now going for the actual lead. Batman, who still has to pit, might gonna try and help out his teammate right here. Is this a Red Bull strategy going on? Is Batman gonna try to help Cowley? Not sure how he's gonna do that, but he might gonna try to let Cowley go and then let hold up Dog. But it's very hard to do that on this type of track because we have a lot of overtaking spots right here. But let's see. 3-second time penalty for Rotty. Not ideal. Here we go, Dog now. Looking on the inside right there. It's gonna be a very brave move to make contact. Dog and Cowley make contact. Very opportunistic move right there from Dog, but it had to be done. It had to be done. It was that, or not to be fair, he got pushed very wide by Batman. But this is not surely what the Red Bull team had in mind. Now Bevan going side by side with his teammate. And Bevan goes into P2. Is there front wing damage? I don't think there is. And now Cowley is trying to gain as much time as possible again. Now Doug going back into P2. The Mercedes team is now fighting again, but I don't know if they are losing time right now or not. You better not like Dog throw think of the leak. I'm not sure what to think of that incident, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. But this was I feel like this was a prepared move from Red Bull. Cowley and Batman trying to work together to hold up Dog as he can, of course. Batman now is does he have a flat tire? Does he have a flat tire? I don't think he has, right? No, I don't. I think his tires are just struggling, but now he's gonna come into the pit lane. 50 Gent now also, bear in mind. Fighting as we speak. 10-second time penalty for Batman. Not ideal, but no, 50 Gent gonna try to go around the outside of Mr. Piggy, not being able to make that move stick. But yeah, as it stands right now, Ivy P1, Bevan P2, Dog P3. But we're gonna have to wait for the steward's decision also now, if that's gonna be reported. Switch again between Dog and Bevan. And Bakey Gaming suddenly could be looking good again for him. James Killer also with a 3-second time penalty, I think. 50 Gent now going for a move on Mr. Piggy. Also, question to the UFRL admins if they're here. Are there gonna be live steward updates or not? Or are we gonna have to wait for that? I don't know if there's a way to look at this, but yeah, here we go now. Switch up again between Bevan and Doc. We're trying to work together to gain back some time on Ivy, but Ivy almost 5 seconds clear. Ivy has been looking very strong all day today. on this track. And Cowley with a 1.6 second gap between himself and Dog. 3-second time penalty for Cowley as we speak. So that would mean that Bakey now is in P4 as it stands. And if Dog would get a penalty for that incident, it could mean that Bakey Gaming wins the championship. It's a lot of ifs, of course. Like, you never know if it's gonna be reported or not. I don't know. I just know that they made contact and that there was some time loss going on. But some POVs has to be looked at because I don't know if Cowley left enough space for Dog. But yeah, as it stands right now, Dog is gonna win the championship. And very important points right here for the Mercedes team too, 2 and 3. So that could mean a lot for the Constructors' Championship too, I think. Let's follow here from the helicopter view. It's Mr. Piggy, who's still within 1 second. Oh, we have a switch up going on. Oh, yeah, it's his teammates again. But Cowley losing out some time right now on Bevan and Dog. And Bakey Gaming almost within 1 second of the Red Bull car. Let's see what the penalties are like. So it's mainly just 3 seconds for Cowley, Rotti and James. 6 seconds for Widget, 9 seconds for Shazam. 10 seconds for Batman. But yeah, we're mainly looking at the top runners right here. So there's gonna be a switch again between Bevan and Dog. No, there's not. But yeah, everything has calmed down a little bit. But 50 Gent now is closing up again on James Killer. And then next up is Rotti, but they both have penalties. So it's looking good for a P6 right now for 50 Gent. So it's a 5 place that he gained right there. And Bakey Gaming now also within 5 tenths. Cowley will run out of ERS. We're not using any. And now is into P4. 3.2 is the gap though between himself and Dog. We got 5 laps left to go. So in 5 laps time he needs to close the gap from 3.2 to get as close as possible to Dog to gain a small chance onto the win. 50 Gent now. Super close by on James Killer. Can James Killer defend from him? They're all saving some battery right now. And I don't know what Cowley is gonna do. Is he gonna like let Bakey go? Or is he gonna use him as a tow right now? Let's see, he's saving a lot of ERS right now. As you can see on his steering wheel. Still a lot left over. And also the gap between Ivy and Bevan also is closing back again. So I don't know what Ivy is doing, but Ivy is losing time, so he might have to speed up a little bit. And train right here, as you can see, in the midfield. Looking very spicy too. But let's see here first with Cowley if he's gonna go for a move on Bakey Gaming. We're going into the final 4 laps, guys, of this season. Let's see Cowley now. Using some overtake, gonna go look around the outside of Bakey Gaming, not able to do anything about that. Now we go to the 4-way group here. James Killer looking for a move. 50 Gent is gonna try to go make a double overtake right here. Gonna go side by side. No contact made whatsoever, I think. James Killer trying to defend off. It's almost contact made between Rotti and James Killer, but very clean fighting going on right here. And now Mr. Piggy going side by side with Rotti, leaving just enough space for each other. This is how you do clean racing, guys. This is the definition of clean racing. Beautifully done by the 4 drivers right here. Let's see if they're gonna switch up once again. 50 Gent is looking for it at least. Very close by. No DRS from James Killer. So he's not gonna be able to do anything about that. James Killer now trying to look around the outside, but not being able to do it. No. Rotti super close to the rear wing right there of James Killer. Doc almost within or out of a second of Bevan, and Bevan is pushing very hard to get back to Ivy. But this is a very spicy battle here, guys. In the midfield. A very good battle as well. Rotti looking very feisty against the James Killer. Now James Killer is gonna use some ERS, gaining a lot of time back again. But Rotti losing out the position to Mr. Piggy, who almost loses his car. Gonna look down the inside, but thinks better of it. Goes back right behind the Alpine driver. And that's Mr. Piggy back into P8. Who's the only guy who doesn't know it. 50 Gent and Mr. Piggy who don't have a penalty. So they will gain the most from it. Now, Bakey Gaming needs 3 laps to close a gap of 3.7 gap. I don't... it's not looking very good, is it, for Bakey? Unless something happens after the race with the stewards, but as it stands, Doc is looking very good to win this championship. Let's follow back again with this group of cars right now, because this is some battles, the final battles maybe of the season. Rotti now almost losing up, but yeah, he's a 50 lap older medium tires, so he's struggling a lot more compared to everyone else here in this group, which makes sense, of course. Let's see, can James Killer gain some time again? His battery is very low though. No changes going on. 2 more laps to go for this man right here. Been super quick all day. 6 tenths clear, like 5, I think it was 5 tenths clear in pole position. Then having some spicy battles with Doc, Bevan, Cowley. But then when the pit stop phase happened, he tried to run away with it and he succeeded. Now the gap is 5 seconds almost between himself and the 2 Mercedes drivers. I don't know if Mercedes are currently into the lead of the constructors then. But yeah, they surely are looking very good for the title. Doc now going into P2, Bevan backing out. Tactical switch right here from the team. And Mr. Piggy is looking very aggressive again to go back for a move for P7. Maybe gonna try to have a chance on 50 Gent for P6. But he needs to be in front of James Killer, I think, before the final lap starts, which is almost gonna happen right now for Ivy. He's gonna do his final run on tier 3 this season. Now, James Killer is gonna look for the inside here of 50 Gent. 50 Gent leaving just enough space, looking back again down the outside of the kick driver, but stays in P7. Let's follow here for the final lap here with Ivy, the man who's been, as I said, very quick today. Been very consistent with his pace. And then right behind him we got Doc and Bevan. Gap is 5.6, but that doesn't matter right now. What matters is what's gonna happen with Bakey Gaming. I think it's better that Bevan also stays in P3, but I don't know if they're gonna switch up again or not. They're looking very close to each other. But yeah, what a season it's been for Dog. He's now onto his final lap, and if he keeps it on track, of course, let's not jinx it just yet, he's gonna win the Tier 3 title as it stands. With Ivy now winning the final race of the season. Crowd is gonna cheering up a little, like very much here, to win in an Alpine car. Very cloudy right here, but here we go. Through the final couple of corners goes Ivy to win the British Grand Prix. There is a finish flag, but let's go to the man himself who's gonna win the title, the Tier 3 title, as it stands. Dog finishing a P2, but wins the title of Tier 3 UFRL. Dog is your champion of the season. Now Bakey Gaming in P4, but as it stands, Dog just wins the championship. With Cowley P5, then 50 Gent P6. Beautifully played, by the way, also from Bevan, the team game that he played with Dog. Massive congratulations. But GG Dog, you're the world champion, man. The UFRL Tier 3 world champion. I think that's almost all drivers finished right here, and we have rounding up the top 10. So Mr. Piggy P7, James Gill P8, Lottie P9, Batman P10, Shazam P11, and then Widget P12. But what a finale, guys. So much battling going on within the contenders. Driver of the day, 50 Gent, made up beautifully those positions, ended up in P6. Not enough to win the title, but it's gonna be for the man himself who's standing there on the podium. What the dog doing? Race control incident will be under investigation between Dog and Cowley. So to be continued, but one thing is for sure, and that's Ivy, who takes the crown from the British Grand Prix. Not sure what's going on for the constructors too, but 2 or 3 from Mercedes, very helpful, I think. The team game from that team, from Dog and Bevan. It's beautifully played right there. We have a police wait session, of course. But yeah, it's gonna be very depending now on race control. If they're gonna decide to give a penalty to Dog or not. What kind of penalty? If it's 1 place, he's gonna be fine. But if it's 2 place, then the title goes to this man right here. And oh, I clicked too quickly. Oh no, it's already gone. But yeah, by my calculations, Mercedes have now secured the constructors. Oh my days. So Mercedes is your constructors champions too then. It's a double win then for Mercedes basically. And beautifully executed from Ivy. Guys, do you want an interview done? Will there be interviews, guys? Let me know. Let me go to the interview room. Why not? Up. Louis Blizzy saying whoever the commentator was, you were class. Thank you, mate. Williams won by Miles Lamau. Pash P9. Pash P11 Tech P9. Great stuff right there. I'm gonna see if they're gonna do interviews. I'm in the interview room, so whoever feels like doing an interview. Top 3 is welcome. 50 Gent grade comes. 20% off Hazer. Yeah, there's a 20% point detection going on. But yeah, what a season we had. Let's see back to the standings. So Dog finished in P2, Ivy in P1, so he gained 70 points. Don't think he's gonna jump over anyone here, but definitely secures P4 very strongly. An amazing season. Ayo, Kavli, can you hear me?
Hello, yes, I can hear you.
Ah, perfect, man. Tell me about your race. Tell me, how was it?
It was a stressful one, to put it that, to say the least.
Yeah, what happened between because I saw the contact, but not completely clear. Like, can you tell me briefly what happened between you and Dog?
Yeah, so I'm not too sure myself perfectly what happened, but um, I was just overtaking my teammate was letting me through Batman.
Yeah,
He was letting me through, so I went around the left to go around him, and coming around the corner, I saw Doug, and there was some contact made, and it just pushed me wide. So I think it was just one of those, really. Everyone's obviously, especially Doug, fighting for the championship. He's wanting to obviously overtake as quick as he can, and I think it's just ended up us coming together. So
yeah. It looked very narrow at least, but I think Dog wanted to, from what I could tell at least, like try to overtake your teammate as fast as possible to not lose any time. But it's a shame that it
yeah,
ended up in a contact because the battle between you two was just class to follow.
yeah. I mean, everything aside, obviously the incident, he's had a really good race and a great season as well. So we'll have to see what happens with the incident reports, but definitely deserves a win if he does end up taking it. So
Yeah, that's for sure. But yeah, were you hoping for some rain this race or not? What do you think? Would it make the difference? You think?
I feel it would have definitely evened the playing fields. I will say that I did do a bit of practice in the rain as well, so it would have definitely been interesting if we'd got some rain. But we got the call on the last lap that there was going to be rain in 5 minutes, so a bit too late
Oh,
for the rain
okay.
to affect our race. But yeah, maybe the rain would have changed it up. But besides that, it was a really good race. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a very entertaining race. I would say it like that because the battle between you, Doug, Ivy, and then Bevan as well, playing I think also a very important role right there for Doug to help him out.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, great teamwork from the two. I mean, coming towards the end of the race, I know them two were together and still just uh, helping each other out, DRS swapping. So they managed to pull away about 4 seconds. So it was hard to keep up. So yeah, the great teamwork from the Mercedes as well.
Yeah. Any predictions that you want to make already for the next game? Like, what do you think? Who's gonna be like the contender for tier 3 for tier 2?
So for tier three, um, I reckon it's probably you're looking at Bevan, depending on who goes up, whether it's Doug or Bakey. Definitely one of those two for contention.
Yeah,
My teammate as well, Batman, he's up there as well. Ivy as well. He's showing some great pace. Well, insane pace today actually. So definitely, I've definitely say one of those top ones.
yeah.
Definitely.
And what's your most memorable moment of the season? So from from this year.
Probably the first race when I won.
Yeah,
But no, I think it's just been a great season altogether, to be honest, and it's been some great racing across the board, really, from everyone. So, well done to everyone in Tier 3 this season.
yeah. Exactly. Yeah, it was a beautiful season to watch. A very chaotic one as well, with some very entertaining races to say it like that. But yeah, thank
Well, I'm glad
you.
we could entertain you.
Yeah, but yeah, thank you for joining the interviews, and yeah, hopefully next season you'll be closer to the championship. But yeah, massive congrats again for to finish off into the top three too from tier 3. You did amazingly this season too, so credits to you
Very
as
much.
well.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
So yeah, hopefully next any do you run with any assists this season? By the way.
So the assists I race on controller, so
Oh, okay, okay. Definitely not easy then.
automatic gears. No,
Yeah.
no, not easy. But yeah, I use automatic gears, um, and depending on the track, I will use some traction control as well.
Oh, okay, okay. Anything you want to improve on for next season?
Probably just maybe if not qualifying pace, just more racecraft.
Yeah,
Just trying to stay within them podium positions because I know I dropped down to fifth and maybe get rid of some of the mistakes as well, like the little penalties which sort of really affects my race. I know it's 3 seconds penalties I got for this one, so I could
yeah,
have possibly finished fourth if it weren't for that. So maybe just try and squeeze out some of them errors that I make.
yeah. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, enjoy now the little break, I would say, because I think now
Yep.
it's at yeah, it's gonna be 2 weeks now before the new game comes out, and then I assume everyone is gonna start grinding on the new one because I think it's fair to say that we can happily delete this game.
Well, definitely, yeah. I mean, to be fair, I know a lot of the other lads are going to be grafting away as soon as a new game comes out, so a lot of practice is going to be put in for this next season.
Yeah, hopefully a lot of people will turn up again too. But yeah, once again, thank you for joining the interviews. Thank you for the season to make it
Well, thank you for having
entertaining
me,
as
and thank
well.
you for coming.
No worries, man. Have a good evening.
You too. Take it easy.
Yeah, see ya. Let's see if everyone else is gonna join. Here we go. Welcome, mate.
Hi.
Hi. How was Tell me. How was your race?
It was interesting, especially near the start.
Hold on, gonna quickly check. Um, just a second because I can't see the profile who I'm talking to. Hold on. It's Ivy, right?
It is.
Yeah, perfect. Congrats on the win once again. Like this race of yours looked very dominant from you. Like the pole was 5 tenths clear at least, and then in the race, like you had a very good battle. Like tell me through it. Like what went through your minds when you were
Uh,
battling with Doc and Cowley and Bevan?
well, I mean, battling Doug's always it's always a fun one because I know he won't back out no matter what. And Cowley's also a hard fighter, so I knew doing it I'd have to kind of stick my elbows out and hope that. I was hoping first lap I could break DRS, but
Yeah, in the end you did though. Like once you pitted, suddenly like the pace came
yeah,
through on those medium tires, and you just ran away with it.
yeah. The first two laps, those medium, I just couldn't get to grips with, and then they just came to life, and
Yeah, there was also
I don't
I
know.
think there was contact made between Doc and Cowley, which the stewards are still looking into it right now as it stands. Which I think helped you too. But I think by then already you made a gap already between yourself and Doc because I tell you, you were just flying today.
Yeah, I mean, Silverstone is one of my strongest tracks. It's the one that I enjoy the most. So
Oh, okay.
I've, for this, I've put plenty of practice into it.
Yeah. But yeah, that was I thought that was a very I say it again, entertaining race to follow with the top four, you guys battling it out. Like it was crazy to see, and I'm really glad that it stayed well for most of it at least like very clean. So I tell you, like
Yeah.
once again, thank you for like giving this contact for content for us. My God, I'm following over my words today.
It's my pleasure. I mean, it's nice to be in this league as well.
Yeah, and definitely ending up strong this season. And any goals for the next game that you want to make?
I think get quicker. This game, I've struggled to catch up to pace of I was on 23, so
Uh huh. Yeah.
I'm hoping I can come back a bit quicker next year and, well, for the next game and hopefully win the championship this time.
Yeah. iPad man. Like I tell you, like if you can keep the pace that you showed today, I think it's looking very good for you next season to have a closer shot on the championship. But I tell you, like in tier 3, it's been very close this year. But some
It's
some incidents has been making some differences too through the season. So
it has. I mean, the entire tier 3 this season, they've been quick, and I can't fault any of the drivers really.
yeah. Yeah, but still, they're like finishing up P4, and I tell you, we're like still quite close to the champion. You're still having a shot at it with a double point. So I tell you, like
Yeah.
you've been quick too this season. Like don't underestimate yourself too.
Yeah. Thank you.
um, I'm trying to think. I was gonna ask something, but the question left my mind. Any predictions that you can make for next season? Who's well? I think I know it's very easy, very early to say right now since nobody has played the game just yet. But any predictions that you want to make? Who you think is gonna improve the most from this tier, or who's gonna look very much a title contender or a contender for you to race against next season?
Well, I mean, my teammate Piggy, he coming to the end of the season, I reckon he's picked up pace and got better. So I reckon come next game he'll be further up.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see 50 Gent looking at the title next year.
Okay. Interesting. And which car are you looking forward to drive from all the teams that you will be able to choose?
It's a tough one, really. I mean, of course, I'll say Alpine,
Yeah.
but being in a Ferrari or Mercedes won't be too bad.
Yeah. I don't know if the engine sounds are gonna change too or not, but yeah, I think if I would have to choose, I think hopefully the Racing Bulls, because those cars are looking magnificent.
Yeah,
But yeah, thank you again for the interview. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for the amazing season that you gave us.
no problem. Thank you for the commentating.
No worries, man. Have a great evening.
You too.
Let's see. Think that's about everyone. I don't know if no, Dog doesn't want to be interviewed. But yeah, let's round up the stream then, guys. Thank you all for joining. It was really a pleasure commentating over you. I hope next season I can do more races. But yeah, Dog, what the Dog doing? Dog just won the championship for Tier 3 in the Mercedes, and they won also, I think, the constructors. So congrats again to the Mercedes team, to Dog, to Bevan, to Mr. P for winning the title. And yeah, hopefully we see all of you guys back again next season. Goodbye.